Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Compete with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co.
good to go? All right, good morning and welcome in here on this Tuesday morning. As me and Lloyd finally have somebody with us. No longer just a two-man show. As Kinfolk has made his long-awaited return. They missed you.
I'm not really sick.
I'm glad you're not sick anymore.
Yeah.
Are you feeling better?
I think so.
Good.
Yeah.
See, he hasn't been to an LSU game in a while, so it could have been a touch of consumption.
My constituency.
Would you like an egg at this trying time?
No, I really did though. I got like violently. It was really great. I can give you guys details if you want.
No, I think we're all right.
Okay.
But I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
And I'm glad you're here this morning.
Oh, you got sick.
Well, good morning. Good morning to everybody in the chat. Slat, Go, Brian Burgess, Silent Steps, Colton Mack, Sabrion, Glimmer, Bo,
C-Dub.
Sabrion, Fawn, C-Dub, Cajun Curveball, everybody. Carl, the cat, Cordell, good morning to all of you. Appreciate y'all being here.
Big
Every
start
single
to the
morning
week for
and this
Cordell.
morning. Yeah, big start to the week. You got the Rohan shout out.
The row bump.
Shout out to Roe and shout out to Cordell. Don't forget this Saturday, while we're speaking of Roe, this Saturday, Golf Suites. I'm expecting to see you all there. Everybody better be there. LSU Ole Miss at 2:30 p.m. Gonna have the food, the drink. We'll be live. Rohan Davey will be there with us. Very possible Kevin Falk is there as well. So if you want to meet them, you want to watch football with Rohan and Kevin Falk, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
First 10 people get a drink.
I'm gonna get Rohan to wrestle me.
That would be
The odds.
wow. Yeah, what would the odds be?
Rohan minus 500.
1,000?
It's slithery.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I am slippery.
Yeah.
I'll come over.
Oh my God. Willie Bridges holding it down in Kentwood. LFG. Shout
Give
out to
Rohan the
Willie
gravy.
Bridges.
Ew,
I appreciate everybody. But yes, be at Golf Suites Saturday, 2:30 kick. We will be live for a watch party, LSU Ole Miss. We've got a lot to get to today in a jam-packed Tuesday show. This is the good thing about football season is the shows, it's not like it's just a Monday and a Friday show. You got stuff all week, and we've got an injury update for LSU this week as BK met with the media yesterday. We will have some sound from that we will get to this morning as he had his weekly Monday press conference. The injury news, West Weeks is probable, saying about 90% was what he said yesterday. Trades Green is a go. He will play versus Ole Miss. Caden Durham is day-to-day, and BK said that he is better than they originally thought.
He says that a lot.
Leaving the game, well, I mean, when you leave the game on Saturday, when you see it, you assume, and then when you actually get the medical expertise and advice, it's something different. So they obviously thought it was a sprain or worse, leaving the game Saturday, but after the MRI, it is day-to-day, and they'll see how Caden is feeling. Gabe Relaford, although, is out. What they call a subluxation of the shoulder?
Yes.
And so he will not play this week, and they're going to kind of go through the decision-making process moving forward as surgery is something that's on the table for Gabe. So obviously unfortunate to hear that news as Gabe Relaford's been balling so far this season and really excited to kind of see him continue to grow. It's rough to hear that injury, that he will not be available on Saturday. Hopefully they are able to figure out a good plan. Obviously, that's good for LSU, but more importantly, good for Gabe Relaford moving forward. And like I said, we will get to the sound of BK because he did break down who you can expect to step up in Gabe Relaford's absence in that defensive end room. We will dive into a quarterback discussion today between Ole Miss and LSU as we will talk about three quarterbacks, Nussmeier, obviously, for LSU, and then the quarterback controversy that's going on in Oxford, maybe. A little bit of a QB competition. Who will it be? Between Trinidad Chambliss and Austin Simmons. Austin Simmons was obviously the original starter. Gets hurt versus Kentucky. And Chambliss has run the show since against Arkansas and against Tulane. So we will get into that. As I watched a couple of games. I know Lloyd watched some football yesterday. Some Ole Miss football, so we'll get into that this morning.
I don't know how much of a competition there really is from what I saw.
No, I'm with you. I feel like it's a pretty easy choice who the guy is. In other news, Bruce Pearl retired, which was a surprise to everyone.
Nepotism at its finest.
The Auburn head basketball coach announced his retirement, and the guy set to take over at Auburn is Stephen Pearl, who's his son. So Bruce Pearl steps away and retires as the head coach at Auburn, and his son Stephen is expected to be the head coach.
So they're not even going to do like an interview process over there? They just
straight up
timed it
you're
perfectly.
out, just you're in.
give the job to the boy?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Which I'm sure if you're Bruce Pearl, like it's probably cool. Like, oh, now my son's going to take blah, blah. But at the same time, I mean, it's a little bit of nepotism, right?
Yeah, I think if I was an Auburn basketball fan, I'd say, can we talk to some other people first? I mean, like, can we
he's
bring
the best
somebody?
option?
But also,
Like,
I think
what the
probably
fuck?
a lot of them are in the mindset of like,
We want pearls.
we owe Bruce Pearl everything.
Yeah.
And so it's like, of course, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't until it fails, like
Right.
it doesn't work. Which I mean, we shall see what time has to say about that. But a good call by Bruce Pearl getting out of there while Matt McMahon is building this monster in Baton
That's what it
Rouge.
is. It's time to run.
I
Time to get out of
can't
here.
help but think of Marcus Aurelius and his son Commodus. Commodus was not nearly the man Marcus Aurelius was. People thought he might be, but he wasn't.
And it was a flop.
He was a failure in every way.
We'll
Killed
see.
by his own gladiators.
We'll see how Stephen Pearl pans out with Bruce's players.
Smells like a Commodus to me.
We shall see. There was a photo that broke the internet yesterday. Shout out to Christian Cowley, who's going to get 2 claps. Christian, 2 claps. Ready. Lloyd didn't clap for him. Lloyd hates him. But Christian got the post out there, and all he said was, and I made him edit his caption for this tweet. He just said Ole Miss hate week and then added Lane Kiffin, which I think is hilarious.
Did he actually break this news? Is that
He didn't break it,
Okay,
but
alright.
I had no, and so this is how I don't want to take the thunder away from Christian, but I didn't want Tingle & Co. to get into the game of posting relationship news
Sure.
for athletes, you know.
This isn't TMZ.
And so I lobbed
It's
it.
TNC.
I sent it to Christian. I was like, this is probably something that would do good on social if you wanted to post it. Because this is something that's right up Christian's alley to post something like this.
It
He's
is.
He's a child.
He's a child. This is a.
And so I sent it to him. He put it out. Because I saw nobody put it out on Twitter yet. And I was like,
Run with it.
the opportunity's kind of wide open. Go
Dunk it.
And it worked for him. Congratulations to Christian. I did make him edit his caption though.
That's for the best.
Because and I'm
Shocking
not gonna,
that we were not that far away from what I put in the document.
not at all. But this photograph broke the internet yesterday. It's Whit Weeks and Lane Kiffin's daughter Landry, who are in a relationship, and it was hard launched yesterday by Landry, the daughter of Coach Lane Kiffin.
Okay, so she's putting it out.
She
there.
posted it, and then Whit, of course, shared it, and then
All right, so this isn't really telling tales or anything.
no, it's not
Just-
something that anybody knows. There was no sleuthing done.
I mean, how much does she dislike her dad that she launched it
That's
this
the
week?
biggest.
This
is the crux of the discussion is
Who-
why is this
who-
coming
advantage
out right
whom?
now? Right. Is this a mind game for Ole Miss where like they're trying to get in LSU's head of we've got your linebacker this that or the other, or is it a mind game where like LSU's like, hey, look at what's going on, you know, with your head coach's daughter?
I would say the psychological advantage would go to us on this one, but
Well, it depends on
Sure.
how Landry wants to play it.
So
There
wait,
can
what is she-
certainly be a, Friday 2 a.m. text of I'm late, and now he's thinking about
Let's
something
maybe
else.
not get into
Wow.
that game. I would rather refrain from getting
I'm just
into
saying
that.
that's the psychological warfare.
But where does she go to? She go to?
Ole Miss.
She goes to Ole Miss.
She goes to Ole Miss.
That's a long way for a college girlfriend.
So funny enough,
Bet.
I actually found out about this last week because, or maybe it was before that, but it was definitely last week because West Week's sister had posted a video
Of a get ready with
of
me.
the Get Ready With Me, and it was Landry Kiffin was there. And I didn't even realize it was the Week sister. I just saw Lane Kiffin's daughter doing a Get Ready With Me with a West Week's jersey in the background. So I was like,
Not
that's
that hard to
something.
put together.
That's something. Now, I didn't know which brother it was.
All three.
No, not going to play that game. But
Well, that's as Lane Kiffin says, take the over.
and Lane Kiffin said take the over. And this is the best part, is that there's not a better head coach that something like this could happen to, where something catches wind social media wise.
Absolutely.
Because he is.
I mean, if
He's
anybody,
fun, like he's going to play the game on social media, and
I mean, he still has it written on his whiteboard of like Lane Kiffin shouldn't tweet, like needs to quit tweeting.
Right.
He'll probably tweet this, and that he did.
yeah, no, I mean it's who he is.
but also like he should have some leeway for sleeping with co-eds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Joey Freshwater. It's a different person.
But yeah, Lane says take the over. I wonder how many people, because what I saw was 54.5 last night, which is, I don't know, interesting number.
Right on it.
Interesting number, probably right where I would have had it. Was 30 to 24, something like that. So we'll see, how that ends up working out.
Take the over. Actively talking about gambling.
Yeah. Did you see the Ole Miss hype video, Lloyd?
I did.
Do you want to play it for the folks?
It'll get your hate week started, make your heart thump a little bit.
This will get your heart pounding.
Poor
right
Justin
here.
Vincent will never get away from this.
No, never.
That's just an unfortunate. I mean, Patrick Willis is all time. Jane Daniels will probably never live this one down either.
That video, and before we get into this, I just want to say one thing. I have never seen a fan base use one play that really, in the grand scheme of the game, like, yeah, if you look at the game, you're like, oh, that's the one drive they didn't score on, so maybe it meant something. It's not like if Auburn kept running the kick six, it's an awesome play. Like, play that all the time. It's cool. Or, like, oh, this is a play. It was a big hit fumble. But I've never seen a fan base grab a hold of one play.
Well, because nobody stopped Jaden Daniels all year. This is the only time this is the only defensive stop in the game.
It pisses me off.
Really good. That's
Every
why.
time I
So
see
it works.
Play the clip.
Play my darn theme music.
Play my darn theme music.
You would think that LSU has never beaten Ole Miss in their life. But this one's. I remember when that happened. Patrick Willis caught a body.
I mean, it's just now. Look, I will say, no bias attached. It's a cool video.
Yeah.
But
It's a big hit.
you would think that Ole Miss has just dominated LSU forever, which is just not the case.
And I've seen this once more in my life, and it goes to show for LSU how they don't really have a true rival where you've never seen them put out a specific video for a specific team.
Right.
The only other time I've seen this, and it was electric, was Alabama-LSU game of the century. They played it on the big board, and it was all LSU-Alabama highlights. Like, it was it was like that.
Yeah.
And it was like, damn, they went through, like, they put this together for this game. Because usually, like, LSU's hype video is just, like, LSU making plays against anybody.
Right.
And it's like, nope, we're going to go through and find all. It's like, okay, this means a little bit more.
Specifically
Like, typically,
to you.
yeah. And for when you talk about LSU and Ole Miss, and you have the schedule drop of a permanent opponent for the next 4 years, and then Ole Miss puts this out, it does feel like, LSU Ole Miss hate week.
Yeah, and
But
we'll get.
It did take them 20 years though of clips.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Put
they would
together,
not-
to put together a 15-second thing. Like, that was not all from like 2 years ago.
No, it wasn't. I mean, that was
So
20
it's-
years worth.
It's like, I mean, sorry to the intern that had to go through.
And we'll get into
2
the
decades of
LSU
games.
Ole Miss rivalry in a second. I do want to make one quick announcement. LSU women's basketball has an open practice today. Doors open at 1 p.m. It'll start at 1:30. It is open to the public. Students, LSU students, it's free pizza for the first 300 of them. So it's LSU's first practice. It's an open practice. Don't miss it. If you are free, if you've got a lunch break, go watch the best team in the nation. Get after it with open practice 1:30 p.m. today. Doors open at 1 p.m. Like I said. Be there.
It's going to be so fucking fun.
Go check them out.
It's going to be really fun.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Fun squad of basketball.
It is. I mean, if there's one thing that they are, and it's kind of the same way I talked about this LSU like wide receiver core. If they're going to be something, it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
So you can feel how you feel about play making ability, this, that, or the other. Mylasia Fulwiley, Flau'jae Johnson, Michaela Williams, go down the list. They're going to be fun to watch. That's for sure. But the biggest news that dropped yesterday, obviously.
Well, and if LSU they don't need to play a hype video for Ole Miss because all you have to do is there's only one picture. If you really want to get into it,
Yeah, I mean, this is
5 minutes left in the game, 52-3. You're kneeling it on the one.
Yep. No, I mean,
Les was unintentionally a dick so many times.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is the rudest thing ever.
It really is.
But it's trying to be nice.
It is. He's trying to be nice because what he could do is just
Score.
snap, turn the hand the football off, get 6 points.
And this is after, I think he's punishing Mettenberger, because if you remember, it was
Yes.
a run play that was called, and Mettenberger said,
Uh-uh.
maybe it's my time to shine. Pulls it, and goes okie doke.
And it was a
great pull.
Great play. Such a good pull. And I guarantee, I'll tell you one thing, there wasn't a soul other than Zach Mettenberger
That knew that.
or thought that ball was getting pulled. I vividly remember sitting there watching it, seeing him pull that football, and I didn't see him pull the football. I watched the running back run to the left the whole time.
Because the camera.
And then the camera goes, wait! Shoots over to Mettenberger, run into the front right pylon in the end zone. Unintentionally funny. But the annual SEC college football opponents for the next 4 seasons were announced and or leaked yesterday. Mm-hmm. Today was supposed to be the day, but instead you find out yesterday. I will go through the list. Alabama will play Auburn, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Arkansas, Missouri, Texas, LSU, Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, Vanderbilt, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Kentucky, Georgia, Auburn, Florida, South Carolina, Kentucky, Florida, Tennessee, South Carolina, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Vandy, Alabama, Missouri, Arkansas, A&M, Oklahoma, Missouri, Ole Miss, Texas, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, LSU, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Texas, Texas A&M, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, LSU, Missouri, Texas, Vanderbilt, Auburn, Tennessee, Mississippi State, and then LSU will play Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. And there are a few ways, in my opinion, to kind of sit back and look and think about this. You can do it as an LSU fan and be upset. One, as I am. I thought Wilson Alexander put out a really good tweet that kind of encapsulated the emotions around this. He said the 2 times he's heard Tiger Stadium the loudest, or the times he's heard Tiger Stadium the loudest have been against 2 teams, and it's Florida and Alabama, which I think is something that we can all agree with and feel that same feeling. Where you're upset that Florida and or Alabama or both are not annual opponents for LSU, and it will not be a yearly game. But there's also another way to feel about it where you look at who LSU, what the draw that they actually got. Out of those 3 teams, Lloyd, who would you say is committed to winning SEC football? Out of A&M, Ole Miss, and Arkansas.
A&M is committed to winning. They just can't.
They just don't. Who has a legitimate winning pedigree out of those 3 teams?
None.
None of them.
But Ole Miss will always, you saw the video.
Right.
I think there's a lot of history there.
Yes.
A&M was kind of thrust upon LSU whenever Texas was still in the, Big 12?
Uh-huh.
And so they tried to find a pseudo rivalry with LSU. And it, print the cups, do all the things, go 8 overtimes. So there is bad blood there, and A&M has snuck up and bit you a couple times.
Yes.
Where you've had the better team and lost. But there is a long-standing part of that rivalry, quote-unquote, where LSU dog-walked them. Like, A&M was never really a thought.
Right.
And then they came up and got you in, 2018? And then there's been other ones since then. I think Jaden Daniels in 2023? 2022.
After you were riding the high.
You were 5th in the country.
Bama,
yeah.
Arkansas.
You had a chance to, legitimately, look at a national championship
Right.
or college football playoffs.
Was that the A-Chain game?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, Moose Muhammad, the wide receiver.
Yeah.
That big catch in the back of the end zone.
Sage Ryan switches teams.
Yep. And so, when I look at the 3 that LSU got assigned, one, it's if you are just looking at it from the standpoint of LSU could have gotten, they could have been put in a tough spot. If you would have got Florida, Ole Miss, Alabama, those are 3 tough opponents to have every year. I would have liked to see one of those 2, either Alabama or Florida, more Florida than Alabama, rather than Texas A&M, because the A&M LSU game just doesn't really move me. To me, LSU's got 3 rivals. Ole Miss, Alabama, Florida. Like those three to me, those are games every single year when they come up feel a little bit different to me. Like I talk trash to their fans, they talk mess to me. Like those three games feel different. And now you only have one of those three that sticks around.
Auburn has always been a really fun one too.
Right. And that's a game that's they've done away with before now.
Right.
You know, like you haven't played Auburn the last 2 years. And so I think if we're going to talk about the type of draw LSU got, they got a pretty favorable draw of 3 teams. But from a fan base perspective, it does suck to not have Florida or Alabama or both on the schedule every single season.
If you really do look at this, LSU might have gotten one of the the best draw.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
in terms of having an easier life than we had before.
Well, it's just you have with who LSU got. Arkansas right now is not a program that's, or maybe will ever be, a program that's committed to winning football games.
Every 10 years they'll have the combo of guys and be pretty competitive. But
Ole Miss, as long as they have Lane, they're going to continue to be a good football program. We'll see how long they hold on to Lane. And what life after Lane looks like is my biggest question mark around Ole Miss in general. Because at some point, Lane is going to move on. What is it? How committed are you going to be once Lane's not there? Mm-hmm. And then Texas A&M, that to me is the only one that it's like they have the money to be a problem for LSU. But how committed are they? They're committed to winning. Can they do it? They're just kind of like, to me, A&M can consistently put out good teams and beat, they obviously beat LSU last season, which started the spiral downward of your year.
Just don't think of them as a threat, considering who LSU has had to play in the past.
It's a something in the water school, where it's like, it's try as you fucking might, and they've got as many resources as literally pretty much anyone in the country, right? And the desire to win, but there's just something kind of in the water over there that keeps them from being able to
get over the hump.
Their
obsession with themselves and their culture is what you can love something too much to the point where people that
it's a detriment.
People that don't get it, and you're trying to placate to 18 to 21-year-old athletes, and this place is weird.
Yeah.
You can give me all the money in the world. I don't want to go to school here.
Right.
Well, my biggest thing with A&M,
Jonestown.
University. I'm in the position where if LSU is right, A&M's not a threat.
Right.
There are teams that even when LSU is right can be a threat. Alabama has consistently been that, obviously. They've dog-walked LSU for the last decade. Florida is a team. Auburn even. Those are teams, even when LSU's right, they can come up and bite you. I think when you look at 2019, you crushed Ole Miss. You crushed A&M. Mm-hmm. The 3 teams that almost came up and bit you were Florida, Alabama, Auburn, And so I'm not as upset on the Alabama not being there as I am on Florida. I think Florida's the team I would have liked to see be assigned to LSU.
Just because it's been our forever. It's been
it's a legitimate, and to me, it's a legitimate rivalry.
There's history.
Right, there's history, and until this season, it was knotted at 34-3 before the game 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
That's a rivalry, as good as it gets, where our student section steals your quarterback's phone number and blows his phone up for a week before the football game. And just the LSU roast the Gator every year before that football game in the tailgate. Marco Wilson throwing these. It's a rivalry. Alabama to me,
the little teeny tiny tiger.
Right, Alabama to me for LSU, I feel like the SEC is just trying to turn the page. Saban LSU bad blood spite duel is gone.
It's gone.
Let's just rip the page.
Because this as well as I do.
Not unreasonable. Yeah. Sorry, Lloyd.
Oh, no, I was going to say, this like I do, but because we've just been alive longer. Alabama was never really a thing.
No.
Until Saban happened. Then it became oh, no, that's my dad.
Right.
And not to bring up dads, but it became this, everything that their success is all they're having should be mine.
Right.
And then so that's where it started, because I didn't think of – I can't even really name an Alabama coach aside from Bear Bryant and Nick Saban. It was never a threat to me.
There's a Shula there at some point.
And it's Ron Zook was at Florida, the same thing. It was a Don Shula. It was a nothing burger. And then as soon as Nick Saban gets there, it was, oh, this feels way different.
Right. And
like when he came to Tiger Stadium, it was like, this is.
I mean,
everybody should be a little bit more. Everybody should be a little nervous.
I hated
the
man. I hated that team.
Right.
And they were better than us for the most part, and it crushed a piece of my soul every year. And then when we beat them, those were the greatest games ever. But for the most part, it was just a really painful fucking experience. Like but that was like real hatred, but it was just about one man's decision. Like before that, it's not a time-honored tradition between us.
No,
it was just 20 years of raw spite.
Yeah, and I think it became it was built up so much because I guess the way that LSU fans look at it, if Alabama didn't exist, that would be you.
Yes.
Like, because every year it came down to this LSU-Alabama game, is whether it's a game of the century, but you would always be number 1 and number 3, number 1 and number 2, number 5 and number 7. It was like, whoever wins this game has an inside track to be able to go to the SEC championship or a national championship.
Yeah. Well,
and they won it more times than you. Then your season would go like this.
Yes.
Well, next week you'd play Arkansas and lose.
Yeah, that's what the game was, where it was literally almost a play-in game for the national championship. Consistently,
who's ever going to win the West is going to win. Going to the national championship.
And on top of that, it is no longer because of the way the sport has changed. That was the best collection of talent on a football field at one time. Every single time they played, almost like there were NFL players scattered everywhere. Whether it's 2011, whether it's in 2007, 2008, 2009, like. Still riddled with NFL talent, but 2011, like that was the first time where it was like, these are two NFL teams on the football field, and then it happened. I mean, consistently over the next decade. But then you get back to 2019, the next game of the century,
two NFL teams on the football field together, and then even in 2022, when you look at those rosters stacked up against one another. Now I know I just highlighted the 3 games LSU won, but like. Those are the type of teams it took for LSU to be able to compete
in those realms.
And during the stretch, right, during the Saban Cold War era, we were kind of the USSR in this situation. Like we were the 2 schools that had the most NFL players,
right?
Like far and away, every single season it was us and them right there at the top, and they were always just a little bit.
They coached better.
They coached better. They recruited a little bit better.
They would steal some of your guys.
Right. It was.
And it on the one hand, it like really kept us hungry and, kept us up at the top.
Right.
But at the same time, we just couldn't ever fucking get them.
It's Sisyphus.
And so that's why, to me, like the position they're official, like the SEC is announcing right now is where it's like, that's. Yeah. Now that Saban's gone, that's not it anymore. And it sucks for LSU. Like Christian got upset about it yesterday. He was like, Alabama's on the way down, and we should be able to bully them for the next decade. And I was like, I get it. Like I understand. Like now that Alabama's not
who they were,
the regime that they were,
the machine,
the monster. You want to be able to get a couple licks back where it's like, no, we're going to beat up on you for the next 4 years, and you don't get to. So I get it.
Well, I also don't know if they're going to be. I know people. It's not Saban, but they're not.
No, they're not going to be bad.
Yeah, bad. I mean, I don't necessarily think it would even be that situation.
It's just not. It's just the boogeyman is gone. The boogeyman. And I think now the SEC is saying, you know what, that was a fun. How many years was it? 15 years, decade and a half. It's time to turn the page on that.
20 years, really.
LSU Alabama isn't that rivalry anymore. It's not that game anymore.
And I think that's reasonable.
Well, and they're probably looking at it because you think from an SEC perspective, they're trying to get as many teams in the playoff as they can. They don't care who wins as long as the SEC wins it. So if you can avoid maybe 2 of your better programs having to play each other,
that is interesting. Can we actually pull up the
graphic again?
The graphic again. Who of all of the let's say that like the playoff threats, right? Every year.
LSU, Georgia,
Alabama, Texas. Do we want to leave it there?
I would say, I mean, those are the 4. Like, that's the big 4 of, like, if the SEC has their mindset on getting 4 in, it would be those 4.
And then, your second tier, your Oklahoma,
your Tennessee, your A&M.
A&M, Florida. They're going to...
Ole Miss, Auburn.
But of the big 4, no one has another one of the big 4 as a consistent opponent, right?
Nope.
They set this up on purpose.
Yeah, I mean that's and
So I mean, I think that's a good point, Lloyd. Like it's
like they kept rivalries alive. Like Alabama and Auburn are still going to play, and then you keep Alabama and Tennessee, which has become what's the first Saturday, second Saturday of October, whatever they call it, first Saturday of October.
And Georgia's once again, if it's not LSU, Georgia certainly has the easiest run of these three opponents.
Yeah, I mean, like as good as South Carolina is right now, which
They're
how
not.
good are they? Not they like I looked at it as like winning pedigree. Which programs have a winning pedigree in the Southeastern Conference or just in college football in general? LSU didn't get a team like they don't have a permanent opponent with a winning pedigree. Georgia, you could say, Florida has a winning pedigree, but right now where they're at, they're down. Alabama, they don't have an opponent with a winning pedigree. Texas,
it would be a reach for Tennessee,
right? Texas. Oklahoma would be the only program with a winning pedigree, but they're not.
They haven't done it.
They haven't done it in the SEC. Like it's different now. It's not the Big 12 anymore. So we shall see. But I think that they've set it up in a way to make the SEC comfortable.
They've clearly identified several tiers.
Yes.
I think.
Yes, I agree.
And we have BK talking about like not Bama not being on the schedule, but he does make a good point where it's like just because it's not a permanent opponent doesn't mean you won't ever see them
Still
not
gonna play 'em.
Exactly. So here's his answer when posed with the question about Alabama.
Fine with the way it's set up because within 4 years you're going to play them home and away. So yeah, you might not get them every year, but you're going to get them enough where it continues to take the big game approach to playing Alabama. So the way the schedule's set up, I feel really good about what it looks like and all the teams that we're going to get a chance to play in the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Brian Kelly and I'm the head coach of the Louisiana State University Tigers and I'm looking at my three opponents being A&M, Arkansas, and Ole Miss, I probably have a smile on my face. Not that you're trying to duck smoke. Like I don't want to play that, but like.
Yeah, you are. Why
just
not?
from the perspective of making your life easier.
Yeah.
You're still going to play a 9-game conference schedule, but you're going to get 3 teams each year. That how real of a program are they compared to who you are? Like that's what I'm saying. If LSU is right, none of those 3 programs instill any fear in my heart.
No.
Yeah, LSU should be favored in those 3 games every time.
Every single time. Right now, they're not favored in Oxford.
I know, that's interesting. And if you look at the ESPN, I don't know what the FPI, I think this is just an absolute crock of shit. But for the FPI, the Football Power Index, LSU is
low, aren't they?
Yeah, they are projected. They have a 26% chance to win at Ole Miss.
What? 26?
A 34% chance to win at Vanderbilt.
What?
A 23% chance to win at Alabama, and a 38% chance to win at Oklahoma.
They don't like LSU on the road.
That's true. Well, you haven't seen it yet. Well, I guess Clemson. But that little Clemson doesn't really help you right now.
That's the thing is the 2 wins LSU's gotten have just panned out to be 1-3 football teams that don't help you at all. At all. But yeah, LSU right now still catching 1.5 on DraftKings. I'll check it on FanDuel. But they are still not favored to win that game over Ole Miss.
Yeah. The odds that I found this morning.
Yep, still
DraftKings and LSU plus 2.5. LSU plus 105 on the money line, and the total is at 55.5.
Yep, I've got on FanDuel plus 1.5. LSU catching 1.5, minus 102 for the money line, and then it's 54.5 is the over under. So. Interesting line on the over/under. That's something to keep an eye on. I want to see how much it fluctuates and how much the points, the spread fluctuates as well. But while they're still at plus 1.5, I would take it. And I got LSU money line at plus 106 yesterday. So
I would expect if anything moves, I expect the under to go up to like maybe a point, maybe 2 points. Just
you expect it to move up?
Yeah, just because of what lanes
56.5.
You'll get public action.
Yeah, that's true. It's almost a call to arms,
right?
Of
people are going to see
put money on the over
because a lot of this, like that post, has a lot of the conjecture that we all went through of, and everybody's like hammer Ole Miss, hammer Ole Miss, hammer Ole Miss. We're like, actually, it's LSU that's doing the hammering.
Yeah.
So I would think that this is But that's just funny how fan bases think, like, oh, this is a positive for LSU.
Hey, but it's fine with me if they bump that over-under up.
And then,
and then you slide in and you take the under. When it gets to 56, 57 and a half, like, okay.
And then that's when you get into the quarterback conversation of who they are going to play.
And we will dive into that in hour number 2 this morning when we get there. I do want to give a quick shout-out to our friends over at AJ Sports Cards as they take very good care of us. Like I told you yesterday, AJ Sports Cards, 3348 Drusilla Lane is the address. The phone number is 225-831-4508. And you can follow them on social media at AJ Sports Cards on Instagram and AJ Sports Cards on Facebook. Look them up, follow them, give them a like. They do such good work at AJ Sports Cards, 225BR on Instagram. Follow them there. Follow them on Facebook. Make sure you let them know you heard about it here on Tingle & Co. And just swing by the store. Go check out what they got. They have a great collection of packs, boxes, cards that have already been broken. And then they've got some memorabilia in that store as well. Go check out AJ Sports Cards on Drusilla Lane. I want to get into a little bit of what Brian Kelly talked about in his press conference yesterday to close out hour number 1, because he really touched on a lot of different things that I thought kind of stood out and caught my ear, and I think most of it has to do with the offense, because this is a game where when you look at LSU going into Ole Miss, this was kind of the one everyone had circled after the offensive hiccups against La Tech and Florida, where it was like, well, you can't score 20 points or 23 points against Lane Kiffin. Like, he's going to put points on the board. And so here is Brian Kelly, Lloyd, this is clip 2, talking about the offensive line, which has gotten a lot of question marks after last weekend and throughout the first 4 games of the season. Who's going to play where, what's it going to look like, especially now that DJ Chester is out for half number 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's one that we have to adjust to this week. Braden Augustus went in there and did a solid job for us as the backup center. He'll be called on to do that again. Karis Kern now steps into that rotating tackle position for us. We have enough depth inside with Paul and Cohen Eccles. And then Ori Williams got a lot of play and some really good things. So we just have to switch it up in the first half if we in fact have to go to a number 2.
So there it is. Braden Augustus will step in as the backup center once again, like he did last week. And then Karis Kern will be that rotational guy that'll play the different spots if need be. This will be clip number 5, Lloyd, staying on the offensive line discussion. This is talking about the right tackle position specifically, which is obviously the talk of the town about LSU football right now, is the right tackle position, Weston Davis's play. If that's a position that's up for grabs, BK kind of shuts that down yesterday, and you'll hear it in the clip when he discusses that position, specifically the job Weston Davis has done, and what to expect to see going in to Oxford this weekend.
Yeah, I don't. That position's not up for grabs. Like Weston Davis has done a really good job. He needed a break. We needed to get him back to where he needs to be as one of the 5 guys working together. So it was a good learning experience for him. But more importantly, we wanted to get DJ some more tackle reps. As you know, he's gotten plenty of center reps. He started 13 games for us last year. So this was more of an opportunity to get him in the game and get some more tackle reps because, as referenced earlier, he's our first guy in at any one of those 5 positions.
Lloyd, I pose the question to you. The sentence, the claim that the right tackle position is not up for grabs. I want to hear your truth meter, 1 through 10. 10 meaning 1,000% true. 1 meaning boldface lie. Where do you sit on that scale?
2. I mean, it just can't be true, right? I mean, I think we've all seen it with our own eyes. He's trying to give a vote of confidence to
right. That's what I got from
Weston Davis through the media and not be like, hey, yeah, of course. Like, we've all seen him. We've seen him turn like a top. Like, I see him facing Caden Durham. I see him getting knocked over every other game. Yeah, it is up for grabs. I think now what happens when that door closes and he goes and talks to the team, or how Coach Davis talks to him, is probably much different.
Right.
You'll see. You can't sit here and look me in the eyes and put DJ Chester in at right tackle and say not up for grabs. It's not up for grabs for this half.
Well, and it was like, and then the term that
he just needed a break.
There's some credence to let him watch the game for a second, see it instead of being just in the mix all the time.
It's going fast for him because he has. I mean,
he's a redshirt freshman. He's a young football player.
And yeah, he was basketball first.
Right.
And when you look at what got him here, it was this is why they wanted retention. This is why they wanted Emory Jones back.
Yes.
Like whether it be Emory Jones at left tackle, then you put Tyree Adams at right tackle. That was the playbook. And they got, I guess, I would say
the playbook was to keep Lance Hurd here for
exactly
this stretch,
like this
and
is
those are your bookends.
When you look at how this you painted this picture, there's a lot of little oopsies in there of like, oh, this is what it turned out to look like this.
Well, and then you even go out and you get Thompson, who you think can play guard or tackle, and he's just been a guard and also has not been particularly
looks like a guard.
And we talked about it when we did the first O-line preview back before Clemson, was that I wasn't all that impressed with what I saw on film. And I feel like so far through the season it's kind of been some of the same. Where he's been serviceable, good enough. Thompson's been. Davis has kind of been the biggest concern. But it's both of them next to each other that's kind of created. Like the stunt pass off. Like that's both of them. As much as you can say it's just one. It's a lack of communication, bad execution, and technique on both of their parts that create those situations. Speaking of right tackle, another name that comes up, and this is clip 10, Lloyd, is BK talking about Carius Kern specifically, because that's the name right now. Because people don't want to hear that DJ Chester's the right tackle because of how rough that had been at center. Now, I think he maybe can be better at something that's not center. And we'll see. You didn't really get that much of a look at it. I didn't think it was bad whatsoever the other night. But I know there are a lot of people in the fan base that don't want Chester back on that line after what it looked like last season and even against La Tech. And Carius Kern is the next name. Like, that's the name that's being circled, highlighted, looked at. I think he was brought up 3 times in the press conference. Here's BK talking about the true freshman who could potentially be LSU's right tackle.
He's an exceptional physical specimen, but we have to be able to turn that into a technically sound offensive lineman, and he's made really good progress. I think we all know that I'm willing to play freshman at that position. We did it in 2022. It's just really difficult, when you're asking somebody to go in and play a position at this level for the first time. There's going to be a learning curve. I like what he's doing. I like the maturity that he's showing and the consistency. And I still think you're going to see him playing in some capacity, and he's got to be prepared to do so.
Yeah, I mean, like BK said in the clip earlier, Kern is going to be the next man up. And I think that it sounds to me like there are legitimate conversations being had about the right tackle spot, and Kern is the name.
So, yeah, I mean, when we did our breakdown right before the season, that was the guy that we also had highlighted as the second that somebody gets shaky, this guy's going to pop up and take that spot. I thought it was I was under the impression it was going to be left guard first, but it's now looking like clearly the issue's on the right side of the line. I don't see why you wouldn't throw him into the fire, honestly, just to see if he can hang, because, physically he can obviously do it.
Right.
And if you're having problems like you are, like you said, Lloyd, it's not a bad idea maybe to have Weston out and, get out of your head, get out of the mix for a minute, just kind of look at the game, and then, bring him back in and stuff. But if you already have a guy that the issue is experience, right?
Right.
And not being able to handle, whatever aspects he's having trouble with, then why not give a shot to the guy who's a next level fucking freak?
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
I think that's what's actually happening. Yeah, he cannot come out and say, "Yeah, we're having problems with."
Right. Inspires no confidence in
anyone.
anyone.
No,
That's
yeah.
not
You're gonna
what
get in the
saying.
kid's
That's why
head,
you lie.
and
This
you're
is when you the perfect time to lie.
That's why, and that's part of the reason why he's the like. Those are the things that a head coach does. Like, that is coach speak. That's handling things internally rather than just saying, like, there are times to say, you know what, I need this guy to step up.
Right.
Like, I'll say his name because I know he can handle it. And there's times to say, you know what? Vote of confidence on the microphone, different conversation in the locker room.
And it depends on the player. You know,
Yeah,
some guys are going to get fired up if you say their name.
Right.
And other guys, it's going to wreck them, you know, potentially. And, you know, I'm assuming that he knows more about these kids than we do.
I would hope.
You know, so it's, to me, it seems pretty clear that's what he's doing. And yeah, I think it's a responsible way to handle it.
And there's no backlash for him saying that, and then you look up in the third quarter and Kern's in. It's like, he told me that spot wasn't up for grabs. Like, that's not somebody that somebody's going to – it's not quarterback.
Well, no, I mean –
like, you'd be hard-pressed for, like, half the fan base to notice.
Right.
It's one of the number 70s. I don't know.
More than half.
Yeah. Who is that? But the only reason that I guess you would buck back a little on why is to not play Kern is just the situation which you're stepping into. It's a road game.
It's a tough spot to put a true freshman
Yeah,
in.
Exactly. Like, I've seen this story before, whether you go back to Brennan Harris getting his first road start against Auburn. It's like, why did you do this to him now? Like, you could break somebody. And I know it's not quarterback, but it is. It's going to be loud. It's a different environment to where don't set him up to fail.
No.
And,
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
but
that's where Weston Davis is. At least he's been to Clemson.
Well, and it was part of, I guess, for me, what I wanted to see earlier in the game yesterday.
Saturday,
that's what I mean. When LSU played Southeastern, because I felt like that would have been a good opportunity. And you got Kern some reps. He got out there and he got to work a little bit. And we'll see what it looks like on Saturday, because I think it's obviously a conversation that's being had among the fan base, but I think as well in the locker room. But the biggest key is just being able to slow down Ole Miss's offense more than anything, because that is a monster, and it's going to be such a fun chess match, like Rose said yesterday, between Baker and Kiffin. This is clip 1, Lloyd, of BK talking about, he was asked about going in to Oxford in 23 with that defense and kind of the difference in then to now going into Oxford with this 2025 defense. Here's BK talking about this defense and what they have going in against a Lane Kiffin offense that's going to be fast. I'm not going to play the clip later on, but he talks about the tempo and the way Ole Miss does things offensively. It poses challenges for your defense, and BK's going in there with a defense with high-level athletes, great guys leading it like Blake Baker, Corey Raymond, Jake Olson, Kevin Peoples, Kyle Williams. Go down the list. They're going to be prepared. They're going to be ready. It's completely different than 23, like night and day. Here's BK talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've talked about, even the Clemson game, right, Jacques? You feel better about those games because you're taking a defense that you know can stand up against the environment, going on the road and all those things. And we're a much more cohesive group. The roster's better. The players are better. Those were good, tough kids that played hard for us. But, we're a little short in some areas. So we bring a defense with us. Now we'll have to match, obviously, I don't know about all the points, but we got to score too. Like we talked about last week. I mean, we can't, be scoring a touchdown or 10 points. That's not going to cut in the SEC. So continue to play at the level that we have defensively, and then bring your offense up to the level that it needs to be to win games in the SEC.
There is BK talking about heading into Oxford with this defense. It'll look a little bit different than that game 2 years ago, I have a feeling, where it was just an all-out shootout in Oxford, Mississippi between Jaden Daniels and Jackson Dart. And speaking of quarterbacks, we're going to dive into that discussion right after we take a quick break to set up hour number 2. Don't forget, every single day we are brought to you by All About Inflatables. All About Inflatables, based out of Central Louisiana. They do such great work. The website is so easy to operate. AllAboutInflatablesDS.com. Type it in, hit search. You'll get to the website, and they got a big red button that says Book Now. You'll click that, and it'll walk you through step-by-step how to get your inflatable booked for whatever event you have coming up. And if you have any questions, you call that number in the top right-hand corner, 225-667-2386. AllAboutInflatablesDS.com is the website. Go check it out. Let them know you heard about it on Tingle & Co. We'll take a quick break. Be right back. We'll dive into this quarterback discussion for LSU Ole Miss this Saturday in Oxford.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, We don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Branding at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family. Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Branning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
All right, welcome back here. Hour number 2 getting underway here on this Tuesday morning of week number 5 of the LSU football season as we get ready for LSU Ole Miss in Oxford. First time returning to Oxford, like I said, since that shootout between Jaden Daniels and Jackson Dart. And there might not be that type of quarterback talent on the field in this game, but there's some talented quarterbacks. We're about to dive into it with the Ole Miss LSU quarterback discussion. I want to start just a couple of tidbits on Nuss. Obviously, if you watched that game on Saturday, that was the first time you saw 13 Nussmeier back. You saw him looking comfortable, like himself. It wasn't this handcuffed, different, calm version of LSU's lead man of QB1. So he looked like himself. He made plays. That pop was back. He was 25 of 31, 273 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. And so far on the season, he's 94 of 137, 962 yards, 6 TDs to 2 interceptions. And then in 2024 against Ole Miss, last season he was 22 of 51, 337, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. So not his best performance, but if you remember that game, which you definitely should, he made the plays down the line, down to the wire of that game to keep LSU alive. So LSU will be going into Oxford with a Garrett Nussmeier that's looking like himself, made some really good throws. Lloyd, a couple of the clips that I put in there, I want to do the ones that are just called Playmaker of Garrett Nussmeier, because these are the ones that I think, like, obviously they're not going to stand out like the Nick Anderson throw, the Barrion Brown touchdown throw, some of the ones he made where you finally saw him kind of unlock his ability. These are the ones where you could tell he was comfortable when he's making plays. And they're just, it's 2 checkdowns. It's nothing special. It's not anything where it's like, oh my gosh, this athletic feat that he did. But it's 2 plays where it kind of broke down and he made the play. And those were 2 that stood out to me, showing me that Nussmeier was back to being comfortable playing the quarterback position, quarterbacking, not just being a gunslinger, throwing it around the field, this, that, or the other. This is Nussmeier quarterbacking. in these couple of clips.
Which one do you want?
They should say either make a play, playmaker, those clips where it's just Nussmeier quarterbacking, making plays, keeping it alive, allowing it to not be a turnover, those sorts of things. Like what was the sentence was, let the worst thing be 0, which is incomplete pass, throwing it away, running out of bounds at the line of scrimmage, those sorts of things. Whether you're taking what's in front of you or you just dump it off, check it down. Take what's there. And these are a couple of plays that showed Nussmeier being comfortable and making the play rather than trying to do too much. And this is what I really like. Like this one right here, he rolls right. They fall for the stunt again, but he makes the play. And then Durham also follows and makes a play. Now, this ends up being the 4th and 11, but rolls out. The offensive line crumbles with the stunt again. He rolls right to avoid pressure, and then across his body to the running back. That's comfortable quarterbacking right there.
And this is something you've seen from him more recently where he's starting to get a sense of, whoa, hey, Brian Kelly, that's not me. One day, maybe. Where you see that he knows where kind of the deficiency is on the offensive line. He almost has like his ears perked up to that right side, whether it's him doing the old Nussmeier special where he bails out and does the bail out the pocket left and like spin around and he starts going left. And then you see this one where he knows to escape on because he sees the stunts coming now. Like he knows how they're going to attack it, whether it be trying to stunt on Josh Thompson or get inside of Weston Davis. He knows where that pressure is going to be coming from. And even now you see Caden Durham be aware of where he probably should like have his eyes where he's supposed to block because it seems like if there's pressure coming, it's definitely coming from that right side. And that's where he's almost instinctively maneuvering a way to get out of the pocket, whether it be bailing left or immediately running right. And it kind of takes the stunt out of play.
Right. Yeah, and then the other one where it was make a play, I think in all caps, was another just easy check down for Nuss where he's making the play. Steps up, sees it's not there.
Caleb Jackson.
Like that is
Get
so
some.
That's eat some shoulder. That's so good. Like this is good quarterbacking, manipulating the pocket. This is making your offensive line better than they are.
Joe Burrow stuff.
Like Tyree doesn't do an exquisite job there, but Nussmeier kept Tyree Adams between him and the defender. And that's just good quarterbacking. Dumps it off to Caleb Jackson. This is good chemistry between them two on this play. Great chip. Drops back, and then Caleb's ready, gets it. And this is what people get excited about with Caleb Jackson. Puts his foot in the ground, makes one cut, and then gets some momentum going forward. Here, sees it, makes a cut,
and if he
gets some momentum, eat some. Just get in the ground, brother. But that's good quarterbacking.
When he gets going downhill.
Like, buddy, why are you trying this?
That's all you can do. Put your face in the fan.
Try it. Good job by the DB for Southeastern.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't remember it.
No, not at all. But that's good quarterbacking by Nussmeier. The last one, Lloyd, that I want to play is, I think it says, "That's my QB" in all caps. It really fired me up when I was watching it. This one, this is another, it's Nussmeier making plays, which is what I really liked from what I saw Saturday. Not just that he looked healthy and he was throwing, he had the pop back. He was making plays. He was comfortable back there. He was doing all these different things with his body, and he was making the plays that were there to be made. Made his offensive line better than they are on a couple of occasions, like that one we just showed you. And this is another one of Nussmeier going out there making the play. There's pressure in his face from the right side again. Rolls left, rips one on the money. Xavier Thomas touchdown. But makes a play. I still get nervous when I see that move. But he makes the play. You can see he's comfortable. He's healthy. That's Garrett Nussmeier.
And this is
it's savvy in the backfield again.
This is the best version of him. It's not the panic version.
That's
where
right.
He gets pressure.
It's
calculated.
It's calm. You don't lose your head. You know what to do if this breaks down, which way to go. Like none of it looks rushed. None of it looks flustered. It's just like
I know where I am. I have everybody accounted for. Right. I know, and then when I get my eyes back up field, I know where everybody's supposed to be. And Xavier Thomas has been. Stop it, Brian. This is my turn.
Got to get your your hot cuts right.
He hopped into one of my shortcuts. But this is where it's like Xavier Thomas, I don't think, has gotten enough credit for his ability to kind of do everything. Whether, like we said at the beginning of the year, you've seen this kind of maturation at the wide receiver position because he was brought in. It's like, oh, look, you have a kick returner, you have a punt returner.
Right.
And you didn't really expect much else. But then when you saw him play on offense, like, damn, he's more than just a specialist. Like, he was getting handoffs where he was going for 8-10 a pop. Like, okay, he can do that. Get him the ball in space. And now he's become a mature route runner where he's a
really good football player.
Really good football player where, like, now he's going to get drafted.
He's a really good football player, and he is playing such good football right now. Like, when you look at the wide receiver room right now, like Barry and Brown's playing really good football as well. Aaron's playing well. I think Xavier might be playing the best right now. Like, so far through 4 games, he's just been so consistent, all the things he's done, and he looks really good. Obviously, Aaron Anderson's still the guy, but Xavier looks good. But I just want to touch on a few of those things around Garrett Nussmeier before we get into the Ole Miss quarterback discussion, because that's who you're going into Oxford with. And I think there's some confidence that can be instilled back into us and into the fan base from watching what you watched the first 3 weeks to now what you've seen against Southeastern.
Well, I mean, but we knew enough about Nuss that, and that's why the first 3 weeks felt so bizarre, because, like, that's just not the guy that we have. Like, physically, that's not the same player,
right.
you know? And so just seeing him just look like, you know, like even a close approximation of what he was last season is such a huge relief.
This is
who
I remember.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like the guy's still there and he just wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
And we were just doing our best with a pretty limited version. So, yeah, I think it's a huge
confidence boost.
Yeah, everybody can take a bit of a
sigh
breath.
of relief.
And that's why you had Brian Kelly be able to go to the podium and be like, he's on the other side of it. Like, they obviously saw something differently, or I guess he's healed now, and that's why it's... Whenever you saw the first 3 weeks, you're like, I saw Nussmeier play last year. This is not the same person.
Right.
And, like, so don't act like it's crazy for us to be like, is he, like, there's something physically limiting him to be able to play the position.
You don't lose the ability to physically throw the football. You know
right.
what I mean?
Right. And so something happened.
Yeah.
And you could see that, and now it feels like I don't know if this is a 1 week sample. Like, it's hard to declare him all the way back because you don't know how the recovery process goes. If that was him trying to play at 100%, it becomes back where this week of preparation, he's not as, it takes him longer to heal because of how he played, where he put more stress on his body, and he did throw it deep. He took chances. He did not play the version of football that he hated playing. And you could see the frustration, whether it was dealing with Brian Kelly on the sideline or just kind of his overall lack of enthusiasm for being the quarterback, because he's like, I can't do the position how I want to do it, and I'm trying to play within the scheme that y'all are setting up for me to be healthy at some point. But him being able to go out there and rip it.
Added benefit is that he can make the O-line look better by having the confidence again, you know, to get out of the pocket, to do things he needs to do, and know that he can make the throw. I think that could be like a serious upgrade, because you're no longer depending on just the O-line to keep him just totally clean in the pocket and let him get clean throws. So
he's back to being comfortable.
Yeah, and if that can mean that, you know, there's like 20% less pressure on the O-line to be perfect, that's fucking tremendous, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. Into the discussion on the Ole Miss quarterbacks, there is a quarterback controversy in Oxford right now of just trying to choose who is the guy. Austin Simmons, like I said, the game 1 starter for the 2025 season. He is number 13, 6'4", 215. Numbers on the season, 34 of 56, 580 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 picks, 16 rushes, 69 yards, and a touchdown. He is a lefty. And then the guy that stepped in after he went down against Kentucky, number 6, Trinidad Chambliss, 6 foot, 200 pounds, 42 of 62, 719 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and then 36 carries, 195 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns. They've both been sacked twice this season. So, I and Lloyd, I think, agrees, and Jonathan, maybe you as well. I do not think that there's a quarterback controversy at all. I think it's pretty obvious who the guy is. And it's number 6, Trinidad Chambliss, the senior out of Ferris State, a D2 power that won the national championship last year with him at the helm there in Big Rapids, Michigan. He played high school football in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So he was with the Fair State Bulldogs, won the national championship in Division II, transfers to Ole Miss. And I think he's the guy, man. Like, we're going to get into some of the film as well on him. I watched Tulane and Arkansas for Trinidad yesterday. And he's a playmaker. He's an impressive athlete. He looked comfortable against Tulane because I saw a stark difference in comfortability at that spot against Arkansas and against Tulane, which can do with level of opponent, but also can do with the fact that was a first start versus a second start. They run him like crazy.
Well, they run him like they have options at quarterback.
Right. There
ain't no protecting him.
15 for 62 and 2 touchdowns against Arkansas. 14 for 112 against Tulane. Like, they run him a lot. He can rip the football. He throws a fastball, but he's also got really good touch, which will show in some of these clips. The biggest difference between these two quarterbacks outside of the rushing ability to me is Trinidad seems a lot calmer. Like, he's calm under pressure when the offensive line collapse. Those sorts of things. He doesn't freak out. He doesn't put the ball in harm's way. He's got no picks to Austin Simmons' 4 interceptions, and they've each played 2 games. So, I mean, they've both had the opportunities, and Trinidad has not turned the ball over, and that obviously has to do with the fact that he can run a little bit better than Simmons can, because Simmons is mobile.
Lane Kiffin's going to get a guy that can move a little bit.
Right.
He's never had a statue.
Because that's the thing. The offense is the exact same for both of them. Like, it did not change from Simmons to Chambliss. It's the same offense, but they are different in that way. He takes what's there. He doesn't put the ball in harm's way. To me, number 6, Trinidad Chambliss, is the guy. Should be the starting quarterback for Ole Miss. If I'm looking at it unbiased, I feel like it's a pretty obvious choice.
It seems like it's one of those things where he seems so much better that it's kind of like, well, how did this other guy beat him in camp? You know, is it just a case of him being like a gamer?
Right.
I don't know, but yeah, it doesn't seem like there should really be any argument to me.
And with all that said, the one person pulling the trigger and making these decisions says otherwise.
And then what factors are you considering when deciding the quarterback situation for LSU?
Health, for sure. To see if Austin's at 100%. These guys are really good. They're loaded on defense. And they're the best thing on defense since we played them. Obviously, with the acquisitions that we talked about, and really shutting down the run. So, to look at evaluate his health and then make a decision today was just a walkthrough, so not enough to evaluate. But at 100%, he's our starting quarterback. But we don't know what percentage he'll be.
So, at 100%, Austin is our starting quarterback. And I think this is Lane probably politicking a little bit, where he doesn't do it often, where he doesn't say what's exactly on his mind, but there is probably the best way that we could, like, why you've seen Simmons maybe more than Trinidad is there has to be an NIL component, like a promise that, like, look, if we said that we'd keep you, Jackson Dart came back, and were able to keep him on the roster. And it's like, this is your team. Whenever Jackson goes, I kind of have put all my eggs in the Simmons basket, and you're going to give him every opportunity to play. But Trinidad has just looked better.
Well, and that's he's given Kiffin a struggle in this decision-making process because I agree with Lloyd. Like, I feel like there's something committed to Austin, maybe not just NIL or whatever or promises. Trinidad's a senior. Austin's a true sophomore. So, like, not only
redshirt sophomore. You've got time. Like, you've got Austin for more time. So you want he's kind of the future of your program as well as can be the present. So I do think it's an interesting because Danny Cannell made the point I saw, and I don't agree with him on much. But I did see this, and he was like, it's going to be a dynamic of, are you choosing what's best for you to win football games, which to our eye is Trinidad Chambliss, or are you choosing what's best for the NIL and the promises and those sorts of balance with what would seem like the Austin Simmons choice?
And also maybe the long-term benefit of the program.
Right. Because I think right now, if you're talking about just what helps Ole Miss win football games. It's Trinidad Chambliss.
Yeah, I mean,
playing
it's like,
quarterback.
Who do you hope they start?
I mean, there are the numbers for Trinidad and his 2 starts so far. I mean, it's just it's
video game shit.
It's video game stuff, and we can get into some of the clips that we have as well. Just any of them, Lloyd, that say QB draw, runner, playmaker. I want to show him running first, because this is the biggest thing to me, where if you can make him one-dimensional, LSU's in a really good spot. I think LSU can do that defensively, but the conversation is 2024 and 2023 LSU defenses, they couldn't stop a guy like this.
No.
At all.
He's the nightmare.
He is what would have been a nightmare for LSU the last 2 seasons. And what Ole Miss has shown me through the games they've played with him at quarterback is they're not going to stop running him. Like, they are going to keep doing it because it's who they are. It's their offense. That's how they run things. And he's going and didn't. And so what happened was Trinidad Chambliss made you pay. Like, the edge was there to be set on this play. And it was a missed assignment by the Tulane defender. And in this one place where I have confidence in LSU is that Blake Baker's going to have them prepared in the right spots, do all the right things. But this is what can happen if you make that mistake. You know? And I agree with Andrew Messina. There's no Perk or Weeks on that Tulane defense. That's true. But it just comes down to you have to execute what's in front of you. And this guy's talent, this is 3rd and 6. And this one, I think they motioned the tight end into the backfield. Number 8 is Daquan Wright. So they motioned the tight end into the backfield with him. Diggs, 22, is obviously the running back, former LSU running back Logan Diggs. We'll get into the running back and the skill guys tomorrow. But they motioned the tight end into the backfield. So if you see 8 motioned into the backfield, get ready for a quarterback run, a quarterback draw. Here he is dropping back. Here's the pressure. That's a playmaker, you know? Like, turn nothing into a first down by his ability to stay calm under pressure. And obviously Tulane is not LSU, and I am not, from what I saw, I'm not impressed by Ole Miss's offensive line. But everyone can fall victim to that.
Yeah, that's one guy making a play.
Right. Like, everyone can fall victim to that. Not just because it's Tulane and LSU has better talent, they're not going to be in those positions. Everyone can fall victim to a playmaker making a play.
Also, I mean, like, you know, there's a huge difference in the level of talent, but this isn't like the Tulane that we're used to. This is a well-coached team.
Right.
You know, with lots of guys that have transferred in from bigger programs. You know, they have a pretty good roster, you know, and it's like, it's not like him beating up on some 1AA squad, you know? Like, that's they're a top 35 caliber kind of team.
I mean, everybody was thought of Tulane as if it's like were considered and still are considered to be a playoff team. There's somebody that can win their conference and get one of those like automatic bids that doesn't go to a Power 4 team. It's one of those group of 5 teams where Tulane is very much in heavy consideration for that. And what they haven't been a slouch over the last, 2, 3, 4 years. Like, they've been able to put together. I mean, this is a Tulane team that beat USC in a bowl game, and that was that USC team was trying. And that's where, like, a lot of people saying it's Tulane. Like, it's not your mother's Tulane. Right. And so that's where and everybody's putting a lot of stock into, they don't have LSU's defense, which is true.
Which is true, yes.
But lest we forget what we've seen in the last 2 years, LSU could not stop a mobile quarterback. And would you say that Cade Klubnik was that? I mean, you'd still...
Yeah, I would say Lagway and Klubnik are mobile. They're not this guy.
Right.
They are not like...
And I would say Cade Klubnik, before you played him, was probably the best quarterback that you had played up to before you got into SEC play, and I would say he's better than Austin Simmons. Now, I didn't know about this guy, and now I do, and it does feel like somebody that it doesn't really... This type of talent, this type of ability to play make can beat scheme.
Right.
Because it doesn't matter if you're in the right spot. He might just be... innate ability to make a play, and it's going to happen. I guess what I'm getting at. Like, he's gonna get you.
Well, and Lane is going to win some of the chess moves sometimes. Like, there are going to be times, and it's about how can you avoid it. There's a clip in here that's titled "A Playmaker," Lloyd, and it's Chambliss making a play, and this is a guy that's extremely talented. He's savvy, he's smart, he's mature. But a level of competition does play a factor. Like, I'm not going to sit here and debate that with anybody. Tulane and Arkansas's defense are nowhere near the level of what LSU is going to bring into Oxford on Saturday. But he made a play. Like, he broke your pressure. These are plays that Klubnik didn't make assignments. There's not many coverage breaks besides the play that Lagway made that got called back. They're able to get pressure consistently. They haven't gotten caught with quarterback runs very often. And they've done such a good job in the back end. So I agree. Like, these defenses, I'm trying to preference as much as I can, are not to the level of LSU. But when you look at the film of this guy, he's extremely talented. Like, this is him. This is watching him throw. This is dropped in the bucket, man. Like, it's beautiful. Like, as much as I think if you make him one-dimensional, make him throw a lot, it can create issues. This is a good throw. Like,
that's confident.
And there was a guy.
It's double coverage, essentially.
There's a guy, he gets slugged there right at the end of the play.
Right, he's dropping it over the corner before the safety gets there, stood in the pocket. Like, that's a great throw. It really is. And those are some of the things that he can do with the football in his hands, not just as a runner. Some more pressure again. It's a confident throw in the bucket.
Right in the spot.
You know, like, LSU's defensive back end is not this bad. The coverage is going to be different, but that's a really good throw.
Well, you combine this with Lane's ability to draw things up and scheme, he'll know what you're doing defensively, and he'll draw up plays to try to attack. He knows ways to get outside of LSU's being very skilled on the outside and like running man-to-man coverage. Like, he knows how to draw up beaters for that kind of thing. He knows when to dial up plays that, all right, I'll get you in a look. And we had this conversation whenever it was talking about Clemson of how you kind of what you do with Harold Perkins, and you've seen LSU kind of be the aggressor in that situation where Harold is dictating what you're doing offensively. Lane Kiffin knows very much about Harold Perkins. He's the one that came in whenever he was a true freshman, asked him what happened to your offense. He's like, they put 40 in the game. I didn't know he existed.
Right.
And he came in and wrecked the football game. Now Lane Kiffin knows about Harold Perkins, and I would say even respects him to a degree of like, I know that I can't let him ruin a football game for me again. And so there's going to be times where you put him on an island and you try to dictate or make LSU declare what they're doing defensively, and Harold Perkins be damned, it's also what they have on the back end and how and this is why Lane was complaining a little bit about what LSU went and did in the portal. He's like, they went and got the three highest paid defensive players you could go get.
The three most expensive
in the secondary, and they got all three.
And they were the three most expensive because through 4 weeks,
you're seeing
Mansour Delane is the best cornerback in college football, and A.J. Halsey and Tamarcus Cooley have been lights out. That's why they were the most expensive.
And this does not look like they have never played football together.
Right. It's a cohesive unit, and this is a Perkins spy game. Like, if Trinidad's the quarterback, Perk is stalking and watching in a similar way that he did to Klubnik, but I think almost even more exclusively because
you can't let them.
This guy's a game breaker when he's like Cade Klubnik can get you with rushing ability. This guy can break the game with the football in his hands in space.
And you saw what happened with Cade Klubnik whenever you had Perkins kind of eyeballing him. He kind of took it out of his game.
Right.
Where he's like, I'm not
tucking and running.
I can't go anywhere.
Right.
And if you can, like you said, Chambliss does have the ability to do that.
Like that's another one where the wide receiver's open via scheme.
He's making it very easy for him.
Right.
That's the difference to me whenever you see, whether it be Austin Simmons or Trinidad Chambliss, it's the ease in which he plays the position because of the experience that he has.
Yes.
Like, the moment's not big.
Right.
And for Simmons, it feels like it was moving very fast. Like, I feel much more confident if LSU was playing against Austin Simmons than I do against Trinidad Chambliss.
Yes.
You asked the question, like, which one would you rather?
Yeah. Yes.
I'd rather see Simmons.
Yeah. Unbiased, Chambliss is the guy. I want Austin Simmons to line up at quarterback.
Me too.
Yes.
And I want you to play the clip of RPO because this is what you can expect from this offense. Regardless of who the quarterback is, they're going to run the piss out of an RPO. Like, they will RPO you to death.
And you've seen
it's so efficient and good looking.
He is very good at it.
Like, look at bang. Like, it's quick, man, and he gets it out fast. The decision is made fast. He's decisive. Like, it's all eyes on that backfield because the running back is extremely talented as well. We'll get into Lacey tomorrow. And then you can go into some of the Simmons clips as well, Lloyd. He has a play, I think I touted RPO as well, that's extremely similar. It's an RPO. It's quick. Even though he's left-handed, so it looks a little different. They're going to run the RPO regardless of who's
Lane's
there.
Offense.
It's who Lane is. It's who – this is Chambliss again, RPO. Pulls it around the edge. Like, you're going to have to stop the zone read, I'll tell you that much. The thing you didn't do against Marcel last year for Texas A&M, you're going to have to stop it on Saturday. Here's Austin Simmons running the RPO. Snaps it. Like, it's clean and crisp regardless who's back there. Especially
with him where his issue has kind of been freaking out when there's pressure.
Right.
But if it takes him half a second to get the ball out,
yes,
then that's not going to matter.
Well, that's what I wrote down with Simmons. I said he's a lefty. He's got good touch. You can see the youth. He's a good runner, not the same level of athlete. The biggest thing I wrote was when he's decisive, he's really good. Like that, he's decisive. He knows he's got two options. I give this out, I throw it there. Really clean, crisp. When he's flustered, he makes mistakes. There's a couple more clips in here of him, the quarterback draw. They're going to run this. But here's what happens when you get pressure on his face. They get interior pressure, Kentucky does.
Good.
Freaks out, throws it up. That's what, and that's why if you're LSU, you want to see 13 line up at quarterback. Because if Bernard Gooden or Dominic McKinley can get pressure up the middle, A.J. Halsey, Tamarcus Cooley, Mansour Delane, go up there and get the football, you know?
Targeting.
Yeah, is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
But that's what happens when you put pressure on them. But the offense is going to look the same regardless who the guy is. I think Chambliss is easily the pick. But this is what I'll say. And Mike in the chat, I didn't realize we were playing against Michael Vick. He's not Mike Vick.
No.
But he is extremely talented. But this is what I think. LSU and Blake Baker can put Trinidad in, or whether it's Austin Simmons. I'm really confident if Austin Simmons gets the start. I'm extremely confident in what LSU can do. I think LSU is in a similar spot with Chambliss where I think if you put pressure on him and you make him one-dimensional, and I think those are two things that LSU can definitely do against Ole Miss. Make him one-dimensional. You've done it consistently this season. You made Clemson one-dimensional. You made Florida and DJ Lagway one-dimensional, where Lagway threw the ball almost 50 times trying to win that game. Make them one-dimensional. Make Trinidad Chambliss one-dimensional. Make him beat you with his arm. Continue to put pressure on him. Don't let him break the game. You win. And I think all of those things Blake Baker's going to do a great job at doing. Consistently getting pressure back there. Not allowing him to break the game with his legs. That's why I think it's a Harold Perkins game. Those things, I'm confident what the LSU defense can do to either one of these guys.
I am interested to see how LSU defensively responds to the tempo in which Lane Kiffin likes to operate, where it's very fast, get to the line of scrimmage. You take away a lot of what Blake Baker can do whenever you want to be multiple, get calls in to kind of change your defense, and Blake has been good at kind of – they have very what they say before the year, like he simplified everything. He made it easy for those guys to go play fast, but Lane Kiffin doesn't really give you time to get into different situations, and you heard – Rowe talk about it a little bit yesterday. It's like, what's that base defense look like? Because that's what they're going to be operating out of 90% of the time. Whenever Lane Kiffin gets rolling and they give up a couple of first downs, LSU was giving up yards, but it's been bend but don't break.
Yeah.
And then they've been able to create turnovers, which is something you didn't see last year. But once they get rolling and they get those, first, like back-to-back first downs, and now it's 30 yards down the field, and they hit you with a couple of plays of like 15, 20, and then they're still rolling, and you're still stuck with whatever. You can't utilize what LSU likes to do well, which is rotate a bunch of these guys that you have defensively on your defensive line and in your secondary to be able to get to the packages that you want. So you're going to have to be very confident, and I think they are, in just being able to play pretty much assignment football, because I don't think Blake's going to be really in his bag like you've been able to see. Just he won't have the time to.
A couple of times against, and we were in the stands, so it's a little harder, but a couple of times that Florida moved the ball well, it was because that's what they were doing, right? Mm-hmm. They were going no huddle. They were keeping the same guys on the field, and that's when they were sort of able to at least get some yardage on us. Granted, yeah, we forced mistakes, but if they don't have a guy out there that's going to be quite as easy to shake up and force into errors, yeah, that could be an issue, right?
Yeah, this is why I would much rather have this game at home.
Right, and I think that, and Sabrion said even if he passes, he's got to read coverage, and Blake is going to play mind games with him. I agree, but like Lloyd said, how often are you going to be able to get into these exotic coverages and be set up in things where you can play around a little bit more than just base coverages? Who are like Lane's going to use that tempo to put you in a tough spot,
and Lane always has something baked in to his offense. That there's always a shot on every play. Like, if you break a coverage, if you bust a coverage, there's going to be somebody running naked. You saw it last year.
Right.
What was it, the second play of the game? Like, if that's caught, that's a different football game already. And Ole Miss pretty much dominated you until the last whistle, where it does, flip the scoreboard, and you had a vintage. And that's why you want to see Garrett Nussmeier be the full version of Garrett Nussmeier, because he won you the football game.
Right.
Like, you had a fourth quarter drive where you had to have it moments where it was behind the sticks, and he was able to throw you to victory by being able to hit Aaron Anderson or being able to convert on 3rd and 11. It was a lot of Nuss, like, go figure it out.
Right, and
now you don't have Caden Durham or
right.
a limited Caden Durham.
Right,
and you haven't been able to run the ball.
We'll see with that, but I really think
because you don't want to get into one of those.
No, I agree, and I think, and just to wrap up on the quarterback discussion, I think going into this game. One, Ole Miss has not faced a defense half as good as what LSU has. Like, Arkansas, not very good. Kentucky, probably one of the better ones they face, but still not to LSU's level. Tulane, just a different level of defense. LSU, I think, can cause a lot of problems for them. They have the playmakers. A lot of the plays you saw getting made down the field in those clips in those games, those opportunities aren't going to be there against LSU because they are that good on the back end. They are better with draw against, or the zone read maybe. I know it was QB draw against Tulane where he gets around outside. LSU doesn't have MAs like that where they don't set the edge. They do an extremely good job through these games of doing those things. I think I think this LSU defense can cause a lot of issues for what Ole Miss is going to try to do. And I really like the defense in this matchup. Like, I think LSU, if there's a defense that's built and made to shut down what Ole Miss is going to be able to do, it's the speed and the talent that LSU has. The talent on the back end at the safety spot, the corners that they have and the way they play, the pressure they can get up front. And then Harold Perkins is the cheat code of this football game. And I know we say it every single week, but that's who he is. True. You know, like, you want to figure out somebody or something that can slow down Trinidad Chambliss and his ability to run 15 times against Arkansas and 14 times against Tulane, or you want to maybe get them out of that, it's number 7 in purple and gold.
Mm-hmm.
That's who he is. He is that fast. He is that athletic. He's that smart and that savvy, and he's the key to this football game.
How awesome is it to already know that it's a Perk game? Like,
it's
the best feeling, it's the best feeling.
It's
like,
Tuesday before
he's
gonna
be flying around,
and that's.
And if I have to bet on one person to win me a football game,
it's the ace card, man.
It's 7.
This defense is fast.
Yep.
All 11 spots are fast, and the guys that are coming off the bench, they're fast. They fly around. They get to the football. Their pursuit angles are excellent. It's 11 hats to the ball every time. They're impressive, man, and this is a defense that can cause problems for that offense. And as good as Chambliss is, like you saw in the film, LSU's got the ace card, and it's number 7 in purple and gold. And it's hard to think anything different than that.
And
so,
go ahead.
Our defensive backs
are good.
Swarming. Right. Every time the ball goes up, there are 2 or 3 guys right around there. You know, like they're fucking fast and they know what they're doing.
Right.
They're everywhere.
And like when we talk about getting into a base defense, oh god damn it. When we talk about getting into, love you Tom. When we talk about getting into a base defense and not really having to think or make it a very clear picture for what you want to do defensively, I mean, if you can just say Harold Perkins spy him, that you take the thinking away. There's no getting caught in the middle of like looking at an RPO. It's like just go get the quarterback.
Yeah, you're watching him.
Then that makes it
all eyes on 6.
Makes it very hard for them to have to hand it off every play. It's like, well, now it's just a handoff.
Right.
And because Perkins, that you want to play 11 on 11. Well, now you got one-on-one taken away, and you could say you're taking away LSU's best player, but you're taking away what makes that offense special, because now you're kind of eliminated a threat.
Right. And I think with what you have on the back end, like a lot of those plays, like I said,
LSU go line up man-to-man.
Well, and you look at those plays that Tulane or Arkansas got called on where there's the space between the DB and the wide receiver. You haven't seen a wide receiver get that space against LSU yet.
In the grill.
And they've lined up against talented groups. Clemson, talented wide receiver room. Florida, they have talented wide receivers, and there is no space. And so it's...
And even if they're asking in the chat if West Weeks is hurt or able to play...
It said 90%.
Yeah, that's fine. I have full confidence in Keys.
Yeah, but I have no concerns about this defense.
No.
And that was, I guess, the silver lining in watching how good that film was for Trinidad, because it's impressive tape. Like, it's good looking. This defense, it's the silver lining the whole time. Every time I watch a play, I'm like, that's not going to happen on LSU.
Oh, they'll get some.
And they will have some where they're going to Lane's going to scheme it up. Trinidad's going to make a play. Those things will happen. But those, like the missed assignments, the coverage breakdowns, I haven't seen those yet, and I don't expect to see that on Saturday.
Guys just not being athletic enough to hang.
Right. That's not LSU's problem.
That's not going down.
Just knock on wood, just to make sure.
It'll be interesting how they do the like the defensive back rotations, if they can get Spears, if they're able to get Spears in, if they're able to get like if you put Pickett in and they go tempo, you're not gonna be able to take him out.
Right.
And if you put Spears in, like he's been a package guy, like that's how you only played 9 plays, but he made 2 plays that are very impressive.
Right.
On the other side, you have to give Garrett Nussmeier the benefit of the doubt against the Ole Miss defense. It's not good.
Yeah, and we're going to get into that. Well, I mean, I guess we can talk about Garrett a little bit right now. Yeah, no, I mean, the Garrett that I saw on Saturday, if that's who he is this coming Saturday, which I would assume he will be because that's the most recent version you've seen, this Ole Miss defense, and we're going to look at the defense itself later on this week when we get into that position group, but it's obviously not last season. Last season's Ole Miss defense was pretty good. Walter Nolan in the middle, Princely on the edge, Amos in the backfield, like in the defensive backfield. They were talented on the defensive side of the ball. They don't have that same level of talent right now. They've got, the one name that I can think of on their defense is Sage Ryan at safety, and I just know him because he played at LSU.
Perkins for them.
Santeri Perkins?
Yeah,
extremely good.
Yeah, he's like their Harold Perkins.
Yes, but he's not Harold.
No, it's like a light version.
Yes, well, I was going to say he's Harold Perkins Jr., but Harold Perkins Jr. is Harold Perkins Jr. So he's just Harold Perkins. Like
he's just a versatile, explosive playmaker.
Yeah, no, he is a playmaker. Little Perk. But I think,
and he's in 4. It's weird.
Yeah, it is. It's
like
very
bizarro.
Odd. It's very odd. But I think
that's what happened. Lane saw one. He's like,
right.
I want
that. Ole Miss's defense is not going to pose the same.
Timo.
Ole Miss's defense is not going to pose the same threat to LSU's offense that LSU's defense is going to pose to Ole Miss's offense.
But I would not be surprised to see their Perkins 4 line up on the right side.
Yeah, no, I mean that's going to be the concern.
Mm-hmm.
And really, in this game, you're going to see 2 not very good offensive lines for Ole Miss and for LSU, and it's going to come down to scheming around it. And what can the rest of the defense do?
He had 10.5 sacks last year.
Yeah, no, he's good. Andrew Messina, does Michael Martin Van Buren get in with an RPO package in the red zone, third and short? No. I just want to go ahead and get that out of everyone's head.
Right.
It's 18 is your quarterback.
He ain't leaving the field when you
He's
can
not
score.
leaving the field. And now if they do something like fancy in the backfield, it's not going to be Van Buren coming in. It's going to be Juwan Johnson. In my opinion, it would be a wildcat look more than a quarterback change RPO look. Brandon Hollingsworth, their defense did look solid this past Saturday, though. I agree. Their defense did look good against Tulane.
Tulane looks
When I watched it, I just thought it was more of an indictment on the Tulane offense than it was the Ole Miss defense. I do agree.
Tulane looks disjointed at the quarterback position. Like
yeah,
they had a quick change.
Yeah. And so I think...
But they're fast. They move around.
Yeah, they fly around. They're not a... a bad defense whatsoever.
Pete Golding defense.
But I think that if LSU can scheme around their offensive line struggles, because if they line Perkins up on the right side and try to get to Nussmeier over there, that could cause some issues. LSU has to be able to run the football.
Well, not only that, you say, do you want Michael Martin Van Buren in the red zone? Your red zone
is back.
Queries have been answered.
14's back.
14's back.
The green zone has returned.
Makes it a lot easier.
So we'll see what it looks like for LSU's offense. We'll obviously get into that a little bit more tomorrow as we're going to break down some of the skill positions for both teams, because there are some guys that stand out for Ole Miss as well. Number 5, Lacey, really good. The running back. 11 on the outside, Deuce is good. Their tight ends, they have 2 extremely talented tight ends. The Luke Haas was the big transfer guy they got, but DeQuan Wright, also extremely talented.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get into that
I
tomorrow.
Texted you Saturday. I was like,
yeah, he did. I see 8. He looks,
he looks a little different than everybody else.
We'll get into that tomorrow, but I think I'm confident in what LSU's defense can do to those quarterbacks. And if Nussmeier is the Nussmeier of Saturday against Southeastern, where he's confident, he's decisive, he's making plays, he's making guys around him better, I think that Nussmeier is going to lead to success for LSU if he is playing comfortable like that.
We've done this in the past. Now I'll throw this to you. Advantage whom? Which room in the quarterback?
Quarterback room?
Ole Miss or LSU?
Taking into account what they're facing, I'm going to say Garrett Nussmeier. I think Nussmeier is the better quarterback. Now, Trinidad, in his ability to run, definitely brings he's a playmaker. But I think for what the defense that they're facing, I think Nussmeier is going to bring some challenges to what they can do. And if he's playing like he played on Saturday, where he's decisive, he's accurate as all get out.
He was accurate.
And looks like that. That's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. You know,
and let's assume he's feeling 10% better.
Right.
You know,
right.
If he really is on the right side of this thing, then ideally he should be even sharper.
The biggest conversation when you're talking about the quarterback position in the offense is going to be both offensive lines. And the biggest swayer in that is if the offensive line crumbles, who do you trust more? Probably the quarterback that can run the way Chambliss runs. But LSU has a card to play when you play that with number 7 and Harold Perkins. So I think if LSU can get the run game going, that'll be the biggest key, and we'll obviously dive into that more tomorrow when we talk about the backs. So I think advantage LSU at the quarterback position, but number 6 is serious, man. That's my takeaway. That's what I want you to take away from this, is that Trinidad Chambliss, 6 foot, 200 pounds, playmaker. He's impressive for Ole Miss. So appreciate y'all getting in here this morning. Talking some ball. What you got, Lloyd?
Ooh, just a couple of tidbits. I got 2 things real quick. Brian Bridges give me a little tidbit of the Ole Miss rushing defense. Not very good, giving up 762 rushing yards in 4 weeks. Not great. That's nearly 200 yards a game. Giving up, 190 yards per game on the ground, 120 nationally against the run, dead last in the SEC. So you're going to have to be able to run the football, and that could be a Garrett Nussmeier conversation also.
Because, and that's what I was about to say, when you look at who Ole Miss has faced, Arkansas and Taylon Green, I want to look at the numbers. I'm about to pull it up now. But Taylon Green is a extremely talented runner of the football. He ran 14 times for 115 yards.
Yeah, he was nuts
for Arkansas in that game. And the running back, 13 for 65, so that's 5 yards a pop, and he had 2 touchdowns. But Taylon Green was 14 carries for 115 yards.
Track meet.
LSU doesn't have that. And then I'll even look at the Kentucky game because Calzone for Kentucky can tuck it and run a little bit as well. They're rushing. Yeah, I mean, they gave up 15 for 93 to Seth McGowan. For Kentucky. So they will give up some rushing yards, but those numbers are probably a tad bit skewed from Taylon Green running for as much as he did in that game. But I think, and we'll get into it tomorrow when we talk about running backs and the wide receivers and the tight ends.
Skill position.
And those I like to call them the playmakers. They are the skill positions, but they're the playmakers.
Like the show.
Remember the show?
There you go.
We got canceled because it was too close to the sun. Also, the original playmaker, Michael Irvin, I wonder what he was like on cocaine. Because this version of him, not on cocaine, is still elite.
I mean,
energetic. He's an energetic guy.
Who's to say he's not?
Right. I hope he is.
I hope he's not.
I hope he's not.
Oh, no. Because then it makes me nervous for what he looked like when he was. Because he's already crazy.
He had to be really annoying in the White House. Y'all watch that documentary, right? The Cowboys?
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, y'all don't know about the White House?
I haven't watched that yet.
Oh, he bought a house. Just for everybody.
The cocaine room?
To fuck in.
Oh, okay.
So all the players is right next to the practice facility. And so everyone can just bring their girls and their drugs there. And they had different rooms for different styles.
Oh.
And
he ran that. That's why he's on all fours.
He was the president of the White House.
Brandon Hollingsworth.
That's awesome.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine Witt absolutely terrorizing Kiffin's offense all night, and then Kiffin gets home from the game, and Witt is sitting on his couch cuddled up with his daughter?
Mm-hmm.
They probably wouldn't speak.
I think Lane would handle it well.
Probably.
You don't have a choice.
Go STTDB7. Great name. Chess match incoming Saturday. That's for sure. Those two guys.
I mean,
Lane Kiffin,
if you could,
Blake Baker.
Like, if you dated somebody's daughter and Lane was the dad, you didn't play football, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And if Lane could probably pick a boyfriend for his daughter, I'm sure he would. Witt's on the short list. It just happens to play linebacker at LSU.
Right. So,
also, quick Saints update for those that care.
Oh gosh.
Negotiations between the Saints and State on a long-term lease agreement are struck in a seemingly intractable standoff. The future of the team in NOLA is at risk. Saints
good.
Superdome lease deal stalled over Benson Tower, and other real estate agreements with the state.
It's sad, man. It really, like, I got upset on Sunday watching that game because
What happened?
it was a bad game. But it's just, I got upset because
it's over.
It's moving in the direction of that team's not going to be in New Orleans anymore, and I know how much that team means to that city.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that franchise has been managed is an embarrassment to the sport of football and to the National Football League. And
not only that,
it's just heartbreaking for the state and the city,
it's
man.
a slap in the face to the city.
Yeah, like that's the part. It's
not one of these franchises where you don't have people that don't care, where they don't go to the games. It's not that interesting. It's like that.
It's the heartbeat of that city. When that football team is like, look,
crime goes down.
People love the Pelicans. If the Pelicans left, people would be upset, but it would be. And I'm a Pelicans fan.
Mm-hmm.
I want them in New Orleans. The Saints are different, man, and it obviously it comes down to winning. But like the Saints are the heartbeat and the lifeblood of that city, and it's sad to see what it is now.
The person that should care the most cares the least.
Right, and it's just
sell it to somebody from New Orleans.
Right, and that's the fear is that you want it to be sold, but if it's sold, who buys it and what do they do with it? But right now it's a problem.
The Pelicans are already the odds-on favorite.
Yeah, of course.
To leave. I think it's probably a higher chance of that happening than expansion at this point.
Yeah, no, it's also the talking point in the media of like it's now become like
in vogue.
The NBA is like it feels like the NBA is almost pressuring the conversation to be let's move them out of New Orleans.
Yeah.
And now for the NFL with the Saints, like it just
you can't.
It's sad, man.
You can't let that happen.
And it's just the sad part is because that's a city and this is a state that loves that football team. And that's a city that, regardless of how bad it gets, they still show up and they still have their face painted and they have the costumes on and they do the Who Dat chant at the beginning of the game and then what happens on Sunday happens and it's just like that was embarrassing, and
yeah, you got Buffalo.
And now you're headed to Buffalo to play the Bills, who are probably like the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl right now.
They're going to beat us by 35 points.
Well, it's just
it could be 40. Name it.
And it's only going to get uglier because then I think on Monday Night Football in Week 5, it's the New York Football Giants and the New Orleans Saints facing off.
Can we get the Giants off of my fucking primetime calendar?
No. God, it's so nasty.
So bad.
Won't.
And the Jets.
So
it's
it's
so
just,
tired of and the Cowboys. I don't want to see any of those 3 teams play football. And Saints, I mean, they got to give them one.
Right.
But it's not 6 times a year I have to sit down and watch the New York Giants play football with no quarterback and Russell Wilson hitting people in the dick and getting called for intentional grounding.
Also, it's more fucking scatteroo propaganda. I
Yeah,
can't stand it.
I love Scatterby.
Oh,
You would.
We have a thing about we just
dirtbag. He's got some skeletons in there, there's no doubt.
Hey,
I bet he smells awful.
he's good at football, though.
Yes.
He's a football
he
guy.
He is.
Rocking that 44.
He's not nice to women. I can tell.
Yeah. I mean, his dad raised him.
But, yeah.
I mean, he's going to have CTE like we've never seen
Oh,
before.
my gosh. Already has it. It is sad to see what the
Scattergoose
Saints have
disease,
become.
whatever
And
you name
that news that the tidbit you threw out.
That's from
They better figure that the fuck out.
It's sad, man.
Well, you know
It
what's
really
going to
is.
happen. Mark Cuban is going to buy him and the Pelicans.
Todd Graves, please.
Todd Graves does. I don't think he wants to.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Because if he did, he would have by now.
He could.
He could.
And I don't know if Gail wants to get rid of it, or
Which
she's
is the
being
most
told not to.
disgusting part. Is that it's just what it's turned into. It's embarrassing, man.
I mean, how much do the Saints cost?
I mean, probably
$3
a pretty
bill.
penny.
I think is just the low end for an NFL team at this point.
The Saints, the New Orleans Saints, I'm trying to see, get it to load here. $4.79 billion as of August 2024 was the valuation. So probably a little bit more than that. So I would say around about $5 billion. $5 billion vanilli.
Mark Cuban has 6.
So I mean, it's sad that, and the worst part is if Mark Cuban buys it, it's going to be out of New Orleans,
No doubt.
fast.
Or not. Maybe he saves it.
So
He's kind of done with Dallas. He's always wanted to get into the football realm,
right.
and they always vote him out. They don't let him in.
But
Maybe
this is
Steve
also-
Ballmer retires in disgrace from the Clippers, and it comes
the
to New
Carbon
Orleans.
offense.
They would love Ballmer.
If you want to start getting top end talent to the New Orleans Saints through
Whatever means possible.
whatever company you want to shell corporation you want to do it through, I don't care.
I don't give a shit.
I would prefer
Have
it.
fun.
As
The
long
more
as it's not
creative,
for
the
Catholic
better.
Church,
Right,
please.
exactly. That's already being, yeah,
Get rid
it's already
of that.
happening.
That's Louisiana as fuck.
Let's
Yeah.
connect athletic. The London Saints.
Oh, man.
Well, that couldn't work because they left the Catholic Church to start the Church of England. You can't have the Saints there. No.
Well, you would change the name of the team.
Well, and that's even ruder.
Fair enough.
If they go to Ireland.
Fine. The Dublin Saints.
Yeah. Getting Dumblined up.
They don't get it, but I like it.
Let's connect athletically this morning.
This fucking city. Just keep it together. God.
They can't. We can't do it. It's
no,
Louisiana. We you know.
I know we have 2 nice things, and they're both football teams. Can we
Let's go. That's
fucking
why I
hold
love
on to
my-
'em?
That's why I love my state, man.
And we can't figure it out.
Good football.
It goes
good food,
great,
man.
and then it goes. Then we piss it away. It's just who we are.
LSU will never leave, though.
I don't like to
Forever
think.
and always.
They just can't.
Well, they can. They can stop trying,
They would never.
Yeah.
or they can be bad.
Watch your
You know what
fucking
happened-
watch your fucking
you know what
mouth.
happened to this state if they stopped trying?
I'll come at you.
State would burn to the ground.
Yeah, Saints leave. LSU's trash. We would have nothing.
It would be desolate.
Yeah, let's connect.
God, if you think we drink
the
now,
the West Coast offense, the spread offense, the wishbone, and the option.
monster offense, space offense. That's what I want to run. I'm waiting for it. It's going to happen. I keep seeing it.
Did you see what the Lions did last night?
Yes.
A handoff option.
Yeah, the Saints did it with Taysom Hill.
It was
That's when Sean Payton was,
in his bag.
Yeah. Well, yeah, literally.
Holiday Hunter Kane Cone.
I think the rugby football is coming to real football. I think there's going to be a lot more of this. Somebody's crazy enough to do it.
Me and my dad talked about it. He texted me. He said,
that
"What?"
fun?
My dad said, "What's this sorcery?"
Yeah.
A handoff pitch to Gibbs, and I said, "Go watch the Purdue play."
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a read option give
Lateral.
throw back to the quarterback. Let's keep playing this though. Holiday, Kane,
Roy Halladay.
Cone, Hunter.
Roy's. Oh.
Backer, fan, buff, diehard.
Yeah.
Like a supporter.
Yeah, that's what the Saints need.
We have them.
Or they'll move to space.
The moon
What if they were?
Saints.
Yeah. What if they were? That would be cool. First team on the moon.
I know.
Moonball.
Moonball.
Mars. Mars, probably not the moon.
Oh yeah, Mars. Mars Saints.
You'd have to worry about the commute time.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, how would you getting that broadcast
If
on television?
We think
would be
those
tough.
Berlin games are tough.
Oh, they've already called the moon. We've gotten that far. Remember, the president called whoever that was. Who was on the moon?
A bunch of guys. Neil Armstrong?
Neil Armstrong. They took a phone call. Like, oh, I didn't know we could connect to the moon.
We can. It's not that hard.
In 1967.
Are you one of those? We're not doing this now.
Oh, I'm definitely one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of those.
Good God.
Let's do it. We went 4 for 4. Let's go 9 for 9 now.
I can't. I mean, we can barely get servers to run this show.
Hey, not for long though.
That's true.
Moving and shaking, got some cool things.
Finally, we keep saying
horizon.
that, and it keeps happening.
No, this one's locked and loaded.
We're going to start doing the show over facts.
Yep.
That's right. It's not an opinion; it's a fact.
Cody Boudreaux, love LSU, no care about the Saints. Steelers fan since birth.
Well, you're not going to lose to the Steelers.
Yep.
That city would riot.
I mean, oof.
Ah!
Oh, that is Josh Allen's wife, Haley Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Timothy Oliphant.
Where's he in?
I thought Oliphant too at first.
It's one of them. There's the guy that's in Justified.
Yeah, that's
They
him.
look, and there's another one that looks like him.
She spells her name weird.
Mm-hmm. Like an influencer.
Brian Burr says Josh DeHamel.
Yeah. See, they look exactly alike.
I think that's the other one.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to pull up both of them after this answer, because it's insane how much they look alike and do similar roles.
Well, Oliphant's a much better actor.
Oh, now we have a late Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, Josh is the one that I thought of.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the one that I was thinking of. He's in, which one? Yeah, he was in the Shotgun Wedding one with Jennifer Lopez on Prime.
This is McCourty. Right.
What is this? Taking the first round out of Rutgers, defensive back.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I don't know which one. They're twins.
Yeah, I guess that is, yeah. Devin or Jason? Shoot. Just wait.
Devin,
Let's just wait.
I think
Devin.
Devin's
was the better one, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
So let's see what the...
Devin.
Devin, they see it, Devin.
Yeah. Rutgers, baby. USC.
Yep.
That's my bag.
Big Ten
Those
school.
two are my bag.
There you go.
Taco Fall.
Oh, he went to the University of Central Florida.
Yeah, so you'll see it.
Played against Zion.
He did. They almost beat him.
It was close. It was a great game.
He was very tall.
I think he fouled out of that game.
Taco took a fall.
Hit the deck.
Oh.
Angkor Wat is in... Indonesia? No.
I have no idea.
I think it's Indonesia, but...
Let's see what Brian Burgess says.
Yeah.
Brian, what do you know about these Cambodia?
Cambodia.
You were close.
Yeah.
Cameroon.
Better than me.
I had no clue. I gave up. Mikey's sending me a test text because he got the new iPhone. You should have heard him talk to the AT&T people. He got sent from AT&T to Apple, Apple sent him to AT&T. They couldn't decide whose fault it was, so they kept ping-ponging him back and forth. He's met with two geniuses yesterday. He's like, neither one of them were very smart. And he just sent me a test text, so I guess it works now. But it's this, you know, how they outsource these phone calls for customer service. Please be patient, sir. And Mikey was like, I'm going to lose my job. I was like, no, you're not. He's like, shush, I'm trying to get some help. He's like, no, he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care if you lose your job or not. Like, you're going to have to figure this out on your own.
You're going to have to.
And he goes, thinking outside the box, what if you just got a different phone? He's like, buy a new phone? He's like, yeah. Deli witches.
I don't know what a deli witch is.
Jawan, they sucked Lane off this morning, LOL. He's a good play caller. Have some faith in your defense. I
do, but I mean,
like, go back and
hot
watch
pockets.
go back and watch the segment. I feel like we blatantly said that the defense is gonna take care of business and has the advantage.
Also, I mean, like, what's so wrong with like
look,
taking the highest view of your opponent that you can, and therefore
don't do that.
You know.
Following a budding drug dealer during the 1980s crack cocaine epidemic in LA, the show Snowfall ran on this cable channel from 2017 to 2023. It would be FX.
I thought so.
Such
I
a
want
good
to
show.
watch. I want to
Franklin
watch
Saint,
this.
you need to watch it.
I never watched that.
It is the best
And
show
I love
I've
crack.
ever watched.
Like, never done it. Would.
It's in my top 3 of shows.
Drugs?
I was gonna say, like, if you were gonna start trying drugs,
No,
crack,
it's probably. I mean, maybe top 5.
cracks the top.
What
3.
drug would you do? If there was no, like, you promised no addiction, and you just want to feel it.
Bath salts.
Yeah.
Just go straight to the bottom.
Yeah. Won't bath salts like make you like a cannibal?
Yeah.
Potentially.
God, it's crazy. I don't know.
M-
I don't want
MDMA.
not an upper. I don't need that. I
But
don't
nothing
wanna
bad
be-
can happen.
I don't want to be. I'm already on 10 pretty often.
You don't want to do
what?
what? You don't want to be weighed?
Cornholio?
Like I don't want that.
There is the off chance that it calms you down.
Just knowing myself, I don't think I already do a good job at calming myself down. I don't want to lose the capability of being able to do so.
Heroin it is.
Yeah. There's one in every demographic. One in any category you'd like, you can go. It gets you addicted to whippets.
This is Mrs. Doubtfire, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Molly?
No.
Is it?
It would probably just be weed.
I mean, you have plenty of options here at Indigo.
No,
Papers.
Indigo Papers.
100 milligrams.
I mean, edibles would be frightening for me.
Well, because you'd eat
The
all the
amount
candy.
of food I intake.
Oh, yeah, that would actually be funny.
No, it wouldn't. It would be bad. It would be bad. You're telling me I can only have half this brownie? That's not how brownies work. You eat the whole thing. I was walking through the ice cream aisle last night, man, and I saw all these 1 gram, 0 gram sugar ice cream calorie watching. I'm like, what are we doing? That's not the point of ice cream. Watch your calories.
Fuck that, it's
You
ice
know what, they
cream.
shouldn't even put frickin' nutrition facts on it.
No, you're eating ice cream.
Not
It's
tonight.
ice cream. That's ruined. That's not the point.
Oh, yeah, because we had a question in this game where it was like
Some calorie watching ice cream.
it was like a 0 carb ice cream.
Like, what are we doing?
And no, it was like, who looks at the back of an ice cream bottle?
Nutrition
like,
facts
so
on
the
ice cream?
It's like,
It's not the-
there's
it's
nothing
not
in
the
here that's,
point.
yeah. Oh, this one's actually good for me.
It's not the point of ice cream.
And if it is good for me, I don't want it.
If you want to be healthy, don't eat ice cream.
You can't have it.
That's just like, I feel like it's pretty easy.
You literally can't have your cake and eat it too.
Let me hurt myself with the ice cream. That's what I want.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to get this Halo Top that's only 375 calories.
And it tastes like
It
dirt.
tastes like
And
garbage.
It just doesn't taste as
And why
good.
the fuck did I even eat
Yeah.
ice cream?
It's just not even close to the same thing. Ice cream is just ice cream.
It's just ice
You
cream,
can't.
man.
You just
Eat
can't.
fucking ice cream.
Yeah.
You
You
see
know?
the Bluebell's right there. The Ben and Jerry's is there. The Breyers is there. Like, it's all like the. Why am I going to the Halo Top or the whatever else? That's just got less calories, no sugar.
Just enjoy your
Boring.
fucking life. Just
Yeah.
relax. Enjoy
And
your fucking life.
It's funny
Have some ice
because
cream.
like
calm down.
some would say Diet Coke tastes better than regular Coke.
I like Diet Coke.
Diet
I
Coke's
drink Diet Coke.
It's fine.
Is it better than regular Coke?
No.
But that's the thing.
It's a
They're
different-
both bad for you,
Yeah.
so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, Diet Coke's
like,
not good for you.
it's almost maybe even worse with the
aspartame?
The aspartame. Here goes Gage. Halo Top slander will not be tolerated. This guy.
Just eat ice
Gage
cream.
is in
I
good
mean-
shape though.
I mean, like whatever you like, but eat ice cream.
He had a Halo Top last night.
What flavor? Shouldn't
Just
talk about his
whatever.
girlfriend like that.
You're not gonna have abs. It's not gonna happen for you. All right, just go have fucking ice cream.
Just have fun. Just be happy.
have fun.
Like, that's my thing. It's a joy.
Well, some
thing.
people have body dysmorphia, and if they see the ice cream, they don't eat it.
Don't go down the ice cream aisle. I don't. I'm not
Oh, I
trying
like
to
to
tell you what
look.
to eat.
That's just crazy. Crazy. But yeah, edibles would be a problem for me.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I'd like to get you high and then put like 30 hot dogs in front
That
of
I
you.
was thinking hot dogs too.
Yeah, and just see.
I mean, we have all seen me do 8.
Yes.
I've crushed 8 dogs.
Sober.
during a-
Yeah,
I mean,
you haven't known stoned
I'm
hunger.
on a full stomach. I
Yeah.
ate lunch that day.
You see like a dog, you know, and the dog eats so many. You're like, how can it all fit in there? And the dog just is like has this insatiable hunger
Right,
that you
right.
can't understand.
Dogs will continue. They can't
Yeah.
not like they don't feel full. They're going to eat. That's me.
That is what would happen, and you would eat like 22 hot dogs.
Yeah.
You would feel like garbage.
Vaughn's Gage had wiener flavored 0-carb ice cream. Facts. Or
a Xanax will make you hungry too. I would say
that's the scary part about marijuana would be I don't want something that makes me hungrier. I'm already really hungry.
Right.
Now. Like I'm starving right now.
But I would say
I'm hungry right now.
The insatiableness of marijuana is good too, but those prescription drugs.
I'd say we'll start spiking your drinks with some stuff, and you
I've thought about it,
right?
but if he found out, he would be mad at me.
I would be mad. Mad is an understatement.
If you illegally drugged your friend, yeah, that'd be bad.
Well, there's circumstances in which some things have to happen, as you know.
Well, yeah, but we didn't. You were there, don't worry. Everything was above board. It was a question of whether or not it would be, but ultimately we decided to do the right thing.
It was not a question of morality or ethics. It was just sometimes you got to do what has to be done.
We did it as ethically as possible, and ultimately we all benefited from it.
So, it was utilitarianism.
It sure fucking was.
We appreciate you guys.
We took a vote.
Yeah, we did.
We appreciate you guys hanging out with us this morning from 7 to 9 a.m. We will be back tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. Like I said, we will do some skill position, the playmaker breakdown, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. We'll break that down for LSU and Ole Miss heading into Oxford this Saturday. Do not forget Golf Suites, 2:30 p.m. kick. LSU Ole Miss will be live, watch partying it all. There will be food, there will be drink, there will be LSU football legends, and there will be Tingle and Co. And right outside, there will be golf. So, and it's the Ryder Cup this weekend as well.
Yes.
Which will be probably on another television up in the bar. And if you get fired up watching either LSU football or the Ryder Cup, and you want to feel like you're a part of Team USA on that squad, you see Scotty Scheffler ball out with the way.
Maybe you could find something.
Go find
see him swing and then go do that outside.
You know what? I kind of
yeah. Oh, the wrist might have figured something out here. Go play some inspired golf.
My hands are backwards.
Yeah. Oh, I'm left-handed.
Oh wow. But so make sure you're there at Golf Suites Saturday, 2:30 p.m. We will see you then. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m.
Cordell.